different, right?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Because it was a Google Hangout.
Strange. Well, okay, so we're live.
You had to do it because
Hi. No, it was just
this
being
old
weird.
man didn't work out. So let's try and say something down there and see if they can
Say
see
something.
chats. Patreon things, notification.
What does it say? Someone saying, "We got it." Oh, it's Manuel. Come on, baby. Come on.
Does it show if we have anybody?
No one is currently watching.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay. This is pretty fun.
This is gonna be good. Oh, someone's here. We have one
Hey!
viewer.
We got one viewer.
I
Yay.
don't know who it is though. Marcia says hi.
Woo!
Oh,
Marcia's all over it.
this looks like it's gonna work better. Yeah, what are you talking about? Not technologically savvy, Marcia.
Yeah.
You're
You're
killing
all
it.
over it.
How many people do we have in this tier?
It was like 10.
Okay, cool.
So
So we shouldn't expect a million people. Hi,
no,
Marcia.
definitely not a million.
How are you today? Can you hear us and everything? Is everything working? It's like we're shouting into the void. Please.
Yay!
Do you notice it saved these?
I think it said, well, it was on the other platform, and it said that they could see it for like up to 4 hours or something.
Oh, cool.
And go backwards. But that was on the other thing.
Marcia, can you hear me?
Marcia.
Can you understand what we're saying?
Well, Marcia.
Oh, it seems to be working. And it's raining like a son of... Yeah, it's raining really hard here. Well, actually, it doesn't.
was.
Not down here. My drive down here was very rainy.
I was doing a Christmas gathering yesterday, like 40 minutes away, and it started snowing so hard last night. And usually it takes 40 minutes to get there. It took us an hour and a half to get back.
Oh my!
Rough.
Where were you?
Chanhassen.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
Kelsey's brothers.
lovely.
Yes. You got another notification.
That's what I'm wondering. Ooh, it's Donna.
Donna.
You're on it.
Maybe.
Marcia, did you have a question right away?
She did have questions on.
Oh yeah, we got the ones
This guy
posted.
teaches has a video about how to do a live chat. Thank you, Donna. You're not on here though. Use the new link.
Please, Donna, join
that we
us.
posted, and it should work for you.
I feel confident that this is going to be easier in the future.
Yes, because I mean this was pretty slick, and it, like I said, it worked last night. But anyway,
I gave you some weird thing.
Marcia had asked our majors in college.
Oh wow,
and
that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Do you want to answer first, or you want me to answer first?
Sure, Marcia. I know you've heard my version of this before at a home free deal, but so I went to school for vocal performance. I didn't actually end up graduating with a vocal performance degree. I got a bachelor's of arts in music. I had kind of screwed up a year, had a lot of fun.
That was the year we lived together, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
There were 2 years, really. Somebody just got on here too.
Yes.
But anyway, up at UMD, when you're a music major, they would only offer, there were a couple different classes that they'd only offer once every other year. And so when I had screwed everything up, Donna's here.
Donna!
It was going to make me stay for like another full year. And I was like, meh. So I got a bachelor's of arts in music. I got a political science minor. And yeah, that was my college career.
Yeah, that's weird too. I remember thinking about that, being like, they only offer this
Yeah,
every once in a while.
And there were several classes that were that way. So if you screwed up like I did, You were SOL for, a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, Marcia said that sounds like my older son's freshman year.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
I went to school for a number of years. I got a women's studies and political science were my majors in undergrad. And then I have a master's degree in advocacy and political leadership.
Boom. And he did all that in the, I think, shorter amount of time than I got my bachelor's degree.
Yeah, I graduated in 3 years with undergrad and then did the master's after that. So it was like 5.5.
Yeah. And did you do stuff in high school, like college classes in high school?
No, we didn't. I grew up in a small town, so we didn't really have that.
Okay.
I did do 2 AP courses. One was in, it was AP government, and you can get, did you ever do an AP class? Where you take like the test or whatever? Yeah. So that you can get a 1 through a 5 on the test.
Right.
And I got a 5 on the test,
wow.
which was crazy and was super fun, but made sense because I really liked that stuff. And I can still remember one of the questions was describe, what was the actual question? Anyway, for the question, I made up a college to answer the question, and I wrote this giant story about it, and I was just having a ball.
Nice.
I think it was talking about Brown versus the Board of Education or something like that.
Sure.
So I was talking about how equal is not always equal in the same way. Equitable is not the same as equal and all that good stuff.
We had a poli-sci class together, didn't we?
Yeah, so the year that you decided to get
Minor.
your minor in that, when you were transitioning away from the vocal performance, we did con law together.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And it was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
That was fun being in a class with you.
It was like a real class.
Yeah, well, right, yeah. Not like choir.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that, and
was that what was his name? Pew? What was the professor? Do you remember who it was? Or Pug?
No, it wouldn't have been Pug. He left.
Oh, okay.
You probably had him your freshman year.
I definitely had him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, it was Grau, I think.
Oh, okay.
Who was my he was my advisor, I think.
Yeah.
I never went and saw him, but he was my advisor.
Nice.
I graduated fast.
He was good at school. I was not good at school.
No.
I was good at performing at school.
He was, and I wasn't good at that. So it really evened out.
You were, shut up. He was. You shit, you're man.
Yeah.
Let me look at some of the other things.
And Donna, if you have a question, fire it out. Or,
yeah.
Well, either of you, of course.
Of course. Donna, I'm going to look back on I don't think you wrote a question on Patreon, but why am I so
someone else did, so we can always answer those too. But yeah, if you have questions, throw them in the chat or
for surely.
Do whatever.
I think somebody had asked us just how we met. Why don't you go into how we met? Angie did. Angie Turner.
Oh, Angie Turner. Yeah, we met in college, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the first time we ever met was probably when You Singers was singing something with Concert Chorale.
Mm-hmm.
So You Singers at UMD was the higher of the like group choirs.
Yeah.
And you were in that.
Yeah.
And my first year, you had to audition to get in You Singers. And my first year, I didn't know that because I was a freshman. So I just did Concert Chorale and didn't do You Singers, but we would do joint concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
And then every year after that, I think I was in You Singers too.
Yeah, you were. I can distinctly remember a concert where we were out watching Concert Chorale. I hadn't met this guy, but he had this huge fro.
I did have a big head of hair, guys.
And
it's hard to believe.
I saw him and I was like, that guy enjoys for sure marijuana, if not way more drugs. And boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
I remember then meeting you and talking about it. It's like, man, I just thought you were the biggest pothead. I saw you. And he's like, yep, never done it. Never touched the stuff.
I'm essentially like the DARE poster child. I am substance free since '85, basically.
This guy's high on life for sure. But man, I did not think that right away.
And everybody talked about you because you were like the dude in the program. You were the guy. And then I think we talked about this on the podcast, but the time when we really bonded was at that party that year when SNL was on in the background and Fergie was performing.
Yep.
And we saw her butt cracked.
We did. She was wearing very low-waisted jeans.
Very low.
And did some number where she bent down and was like, whoop, there's Fergie's crack.
And I can still remember you being like, did anyone else see that? Anyone else? Like, I did, and it was great.
I saw that.
I was also watching the television during this party where we're supposed to be interacting with others. But yeah. So I can remember that.
That is how we met. So yeah, you guys, there's a little chat button, and we're looking there, and nobody's writing anything.
Why don't you guys want to chat with us?
I mean, we can cut this way shorter if you'd rather, but we're here to talk with you two.
Were there other questions that other people asked?
I mean, that was
that pretty much it?
I feel like, I swear Manuel was going to be here. He must be having issues because he commented on here.
Manuel, can you hear me?
Here we go.
Oh, huge fan of Home Free.
I'm having problems coming up with questions that don't involve them. Well, whatever. Somebody else had something.
They can involve them.
Let me look back, because I remember somebody said something like, would we ever do a collaboration with you? And I was like, heck yeah, that would be fun.
Right.
But I don't remember where that was.
Listen, you're a patron. You can ask whatever you want.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, we've done a lot of stuff with Bugs. He's been in several videos.
Yeah.
Marcia had asked, how did Sound Exchange get started?
That's a good question. It was so I've done acapella for a long time already, but I had been on cruise ships for a couple of years and came back in 2013 from my latest cruise ship, right before Rob got married, actually.
Yep.
And so the dudes had been on the show, and we knew that you guys had won at that point.
Yep.
Though we were not allowed to be public about it. And I was looking for something to keep me on land and to be able to do a cappella more. And so we knew that they were going to leave their agency probably. So there were probably going to be a void there. And so me and another guy, Paul, started the group then. And we've been doing it ever since. That was about 5 years ago now, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And now we've been doing it ever since, and it's been super fun, and I love it. And yeah, it's really like driving around and having fun.
I remember somebody, and that was part of that question, was original members. Do you still have original members?
I am the only original member anymore, which is pretty crazy. Well, that's not true. So the guy in my group with the big beard, Nick, is our baritone and musical director. He was not there for one gig. Otherwise, he's been there the whole time. But he's such a big part of the group that I think of him as an original member. So, yes, we have 2 original members, which is pretty wild.
That is wild. Yeah, he's great. Nick is awesome.
Yeah, he's super good and really just does all the stuff that I can't do, which is very helpful too. But really smart guy and very talented, very funny.
And a glorious beard. Actually, I had referred him to my beard guy.
You did. You guys are
we're
Eskimo
beard buddies.
Beards.
Yes. And yeah, I don't know if he's gone back to him. But.
He has. He recently actually got it pretty. He shaped it pretty nicely now. It's much shorter than it was, but he kind of did the same thing you did, because at one point it was way longer. Yours too, right?
I've never been anywhere near as
crazy
as him, but
you kind of went to a little bit more shape.
Yeah, this is a little better. I like this. This length. Donna asked how we actually got into singing.
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you want to go, or you want me to go?
I can go.
He's gonna go.
I basically sang my whole life and bothered people the whole time. But I had this really cool music teacher named Sherry Osmus, who has since passed. And she was basically the one that said she went to the same church I went to and came to me with a piece of music for Father's Day when I was really young and said, "You're going to sing this for everybody." And I said, okay, and really liked it. And then she got me into doing musical theater stuff in the summers, and yeah, just kept going from there.
That's awesome.
And then I went through all of college, like we talked about, thinking that I would just do music for fun and get a real job, and then got all the degrees and didn't do that. Rob, how about you?
Me. So I was always a shy kid and was always really nervous to sing in front of people. And like my folks had tried to get me into the church choir and stuff like that. And I was just terrified. I was a band geek. I played the saxophone and I was cool with that. I think because I could like hide behind an instrument a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's like a group thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, choir is too, but
that's true.
I then tried out for the musical my junior year because my buddy Benny, who is now a Broadway star.
He really is. That's crazy to think about. Yeah.
He was like, dude, all the actors here are pretty, they're not my favorite. And it would be fun to just have some buddies. So me and our buddy Dan Ristrom, Heatbox, we had all these guys try out.
I can't believe you all guys all went to high school together.
It was super fun.
Wild.
And so I tried out that year. It was for Man of La Mancha. And I can distinctly remember being on the stage, and we just kind of all went like cattle call, like sing your song, next person.
Oh,
and I was terrified, like shaking, nervous. And I remember singing the song, and I pretty much did it just as loud as I could. I was like, I'm just going for it. I'm going to do it. And I remember looking down to the teacher. Her name was Heather Millersink. She dealt with the music part, and she was the choir directors there. And her mouth just was like,
"What in the world?
Who is this kid?" And so afterwards, I kind of felt like I nailed it. I felt good about it, but I was just like, "Oh my god!" And after that, she was like, "Why are you not in choir?" I got into choir immediately after that. And yeah, I finished out school doing both the musicals, ended up going to school for vocal performance, as you guys are aware. And but just been singing ever since. Acapella was never like a thing for me.
Yeah,
I didn't really get into that at all. And it just happened to be my first audition out of college was for an acapella group for my voice part. And yeah, it's been that way for the last like 12 years.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is nuts.
And the first group that you sang with?
Foreshadow.
Yep. The bass that sang with you guys on tour, Eric Patnode, was the first guy I ever saw sing a cappella in my hometown at a fair. Did you know this story?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so he came, Mark Corner came to our fair when I was, I don't know, probably high school or something, junior high or something. So we saw them perform. And it's a funny thing that me and him still talk about every time I see him. Because he's a super good dude.
He's the best.
Just like, yeah, that's kind of weird. Huh?
Yes.
So
I just saw him the other day, which was super cool. Did you hear that story? He got those marshmallows for...
Oh, yes. Yeah. I did.
It was great. I got to see him, but we were chatting because he's done stuff with you guys, right? Sonic
Stage? Just recently he did another show with us, and it's super fun. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
But it was fun to chat about that.
It is funny that just the acapella world in general is very incestuous.
Yeah.
It's such a niche. Yeah, it's very a niche deal. So everybody knows everybody, and yeah. So Marcia asked if Sound Exchange has ever been in the Chicago area.
Yeah, we've done a couple things in Chicago. We did a couple casino gigs. I forget what the casino was. It was in the sort of outskirts Chicagoland area. But the last 2 years, we've been there for the Harmony Sweepstakes.
And that's fun.
We won it in 2000 whatever, and then this last year went back as hosts because we won the Nationals.
Which is huge, by the way.
It is. It does seem to be a big deal. Yeah.
Home Free got to the Nationals and we did not win.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say it was the first thing I texted anyone, but pretty early I texted Tim and Rob and said, "Hey, everybody raise your hand if you've won a national Harmony Sweeps."
Yeah, we did not. We choked so hard. I remember being so nervous for that thing.
I remember talking to you guys afterward too.
No, it was bad. I don't know why I got so nervous, but
yeah. So I have been there. I would love to come there more. If you know anyone that needs a private show, done and wants a much more reasonably priced group than Home Free, give me a call.
We actually just recently at a Home Free show had somebody come through line. They're like, we saw you at the Harmony Sweepstakes like 7 years ago.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
They're like, yeah, you guys were so much fun, and we loved you guys as hosts. You guys were so much fun. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, hosting it was...
That was way better than actually doing it.
100%. Well, there's no like pressure.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
And it was really fun coming back and hosting after we won because we were just like, we got nothing to prove. Right. We're great.
Yeah. Do you still get nervous before shows? Every once in a while, the really big shows, or if it's a ton of people, like at an arena or something.
Sure.
But just kind of regular shows that we do all the time. Not usually, unless for some reason I'm not feeling like 100% comfortable with the music.
Yeah,
I can get that way. Like if at the beginning of a tour, sometimes I can get a little like, oh, am I going to sing the right words?
Or like do it right? If you're not feeling well, vocally and stuff. Like because I would say I don't get super nervous, but I do get anxious about things sometimes. Yeah. And maybe that's the same thing, but it's not like stage fright. It's more I'm just worried that I'm not going to be able to do my job. Sure. In the best way.
Oh, being sick and singing is the worst.
Oh, it's so tough. Well, it's the toughest part about a cappella is our bodies are our instrument. So if you're not feeling well, times are going to be tough.
Because it's a pretty easy gig, but then it starts, when you're sick, it really starts to feel like work.
Yeah.
Like, this is not fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Marcia has loved acapella dating back to the Nylons and still have CDs. They were good, but don't compare to what y'all do now. Well, that's very nice.
She's right.
We did some Nylons covers way back. We did a CD called Kicking It Old School.
Oh, I loved that album. You don't gotta tell me.
And we pretty much just did their arrangements for a few of them. They're great.
It's still one of my favorite tunes you guys ever did was the Love Potion #9.
Oh yeah,
I love that. I don't know why I loved that arrangement so much.
Yeah, that was fun. We did that one on cruise ships for a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've actually been trying to talk our guys into doing that, stealing it, because it's so fun.
Might as well. We certainly don't do it anymore.
Yeah, right.
We may have stolen it from somebody, though. So
that's what I say. Anytime someone in our group is like, we still do these Home Free things. I'm like, yeah, but they probably took them from someone else. So it's fine.
The early stuff. I mean, Chris was doing a lot of arranging.
Oh, for sure.
But we also blatantly took quite
I think every group has done that. I saw the Nylons live. Were you there for that show?
No. We
saw the Nylons and Manhattan Transfer.
Nice.
In Minneapolis during college at some point, and they were amazing.
Wow, that's cool.
They were super cool. It was really fun.
My first a cappella album, my folks went out to Vegas when I was a kid, and they saw Jay Leno perform, and their opening act was the Blenders.
Oh, no way.
So my folks came home and they gave me a Blenders CD. They're like, we think you'd really like this.
That is funny.
And I don't even think I opened it up. I was like, what is this? What? Huh? Like, they're from Minnesota. They're supposed to be a big thing. I didn't even open it up. Years later, I'm very good friends with Darren Rust. And they are amazing.
I bet he loves that story.
I don't know that I've ever told
him. Oh, we gotta tell him that story. And I never opened it.
I don't think I ever opened it.
You got to bring him on stage at some point and tell him that story and just watch his face.
That wouldn't be nice
at
all.
It would be so great.
But they are so good. Tim was actually the one that really got me into them because he's such a big fan of their Christmas stuff.
Well, and he's a huge acapella head, like from way back.
Yeah. Hey, Martha Van Auken's here. Well, let's go down here. Certain nervous before shows, Nylons. Do either of you do any arrangements? I don't. I mean, I'll go in the studio with Darren, and me arranging is just me kind of throwing out ideas.
Yeah, that's true.
I came up with some of the backgrounds for Man of Constant Sorrow. I kind of came up with that vibe. That's pretty much one of the only things.
That's cool.
What's the Love Train? I kind of do that breakdown, but it's just me kind of throwing out ideas. I'm certainly not like charting anything out, where Tim and Austin are really good at that.
Yeah. I did pretty much the same thing. I like to throw out ideas and help out. I mean, my biggest contribution I do to the sound exchanges Nick is really cool about bringing us sort of the first draft of something and then being like, what do we think?
Sure.
How do we want to adjust it? And then we sort of group arrange it from there. But usually it's just like me saying, I don't know, this part something else should be happening.
Yeah.
Maybe something like, and then I'll reference something. But then he sort of figures out the nuts and bolts of it.
Sure.
So yeah, not really. Although we did come up with the theme song.
Yes, we sure did.
We had help, but
yeah, we sure did. I was like, all right, this is what I have. And I threw him my idea of, the verses and then he really expanded the chorus out and made it way cooler than what I had. And then we brought it to Darren. We're like, this is what the melody is. And he just put all the other good stuff in the middle and that awesome bass line.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely did that. Good call. Martha asked if we've seen Aquaman. I have not been able to see it yet.
I haven't yet.
Yeah. Did you do any Christmas movies?
Maybe tonight. Yeah, I saw Mary Poppins.
Oh gosh, save it for the pod.
You just asked me though.
I know.
It is actually what I'm going to say on the pod. Though.
It is pretty funny because Darren is a genius.
You ain't wrong.
It is funny because we feel like we can't really talk to each other because we have to save it for the podcast, which is kind of
funny. Recording a podcast right after this too.
We are.
Should we tell?
Absolutely. Yeah. I actually told Facebook Live people last week.
Well, then
I figured it'd be smart to tell people what we're doing just so that they can...
Yeah, we need to be better about that, I think, actually.
Just so that they can watch it and then listen to our takes on it. But we're doing the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
So if you have Netflix, you can watch it right now.
Right this second.
Well, wait till we're done, but then, yeah.
It's the new Coen Brothers flick. Huge fan of those guys. And we're not going to go into it too hard here because we're about to do a podcast on
that for real we can't talk about because otherwise we'll have nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
So what is I just want to circle back to a question that was asked earlier that we never covered. When are we doing a collaboration together? Me and Home Free.
I don't know. I would love to.
The real story is you guys are looking for bigger acts.
We're looking for big names these days.
I can't think of a reason why I would be on something unless it was like made a lot of sense somehow. But I struggle to think of what that would be.
I don't know, but we're always looking for new stuff. So if you have a fun,
maybe I should write a song.
There you go.
And then you guys can make it huge.
Do that.
And get rich.
We're definitely trying to get some collaborations on this next album because
yeah,
that would be cool. And we're also we are going to be doing the Ryman in October. We're doing 2 nights at the Ryman, which is pretty cool.
In
October.
Oh, I should come down for that. I want to see.
You definitely should. But we're going to try and get some names for that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Martha asked if she purchases a mug, will we sign it? The mugs aren't with us, but we have a deal where when you purchase something, we'll give you a signed photo.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, Martha, you're at a bunch of shows. If you ever come out, we can sign one or whatever.
We can figure it out. Probably.
We can figure something out.
And hopefully, at some point, we'll do one of these live.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
I think it'd be fun.
At some point.
For sure. So people can see these beautiful mugs.
And those beautiful mugs.
Hey-o!
See what we did there?
I do have a mug here.
You have 2, right?
I have 2 mugs.
Look at you.
Out of 6.
Rough. We had a little trouble with shipping.
They weren't good. But I'm sure they would be good to if you got one.
Y'all are very good at teasing and we enjoy it.
Oh, Marcia. Yeah. Can you divulge whether Opry is early, mid, or late October?
Look at her just mining for more detail.
Marcia.
I don't even know the answer.
No, I never know dates. You know that by now. I don't know what we're doing this week.
So no,
I know I'm going
because he doesn't know.
I'm going to Memphis tonight. I know that.
Oh, you're flying out today.
I am.
You're not going to be delayed, are you?
Hopefully not.
Not so far?
Not so far.
Good deal.
I know. I looked last night. I was like, everything's going to be shut down. But then I saw that it was warming up and it was turning into rain.
And I don't think, is it supposed to get cold? I just worry about ice now.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be warm. Cool. Above freezing. Certainly not warm. Marcia, you feel me. You're in Chicago. You know what's
Guys, it's plenty warm. I don't know what they're talking about. It's raining.
Martha. I will.
Martha.
Well, that's good.
Is it Martha Van Auken?
It's
Is that how
gotta
you
be.
say it?
It's got to be.
It could be Van Auken.
Oh, could be Van
Van
Auken.
Auken or Van Auken.
I think it's Auken. I'm going with Auken, Martha.
I'd prefer to say Auken, so I'm going to say that. Van Auken. I really wish I had eyebrows, guys. They're just hardly there at all. Sorry.
You got it. Who got it? We said 2 different ones. Martha, help us out. Yeah, I definitely see you as a Chicagoan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's windy there, from what I understand.
It is the Windy City.
I went to that game there. The game sucked, but the city was great. At Soldier Field. Soldier Field was really cool.
That's cool. I've only been to Soldier Field one time. It was not for a football game. I tried out for American Idol.
American Idol. I remember this.
Yep. And man, is that a cattle call. That is.
Yeah, you were in line like all day.
All day long. And I finally got up there. They did. They'd have you go up there in groups of 4, and they had you go out onto the field. And there was like 20 groups of 4 at a time singing, and it was just really chaotic. And I sang my little ditty, and I did not get through the first round. And the guy next to me, I'll never forget it. He sang "Circle of Life." He was from Alabama. He was very nice. We had talked all day.
Yeah.
And it was one of the worst songs I've ever heard. He was like cracking in the middle of it. And I was like, why would you drive all the way up here to do this? You're not good.
Did he get through?
He got through. He got through. They gave him a little gold card. I couldn't believe it. Martha said, I'm right. Boom. Now that's something none of us knew. Hey, well, there you go, Marcia.
Yeah.
I'm throwing you out.
It really ages us,
info.
too.
Does it? I mean, it's still on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It came back, didn't it?
Came back. Hey, we have a 4th person.
Who's the 4th person?
Tell yourself. Show yourself. Tell us
Chat.
who you are. Chat, 4th person.
Wow, you did American Idol. I don't think I've ever tried out for any of those things.
I did that once, and then Home Free tried out for the Sing-Off every year.
Oh, yeah, I did do that.
We also tried out for America's Got Talent when it was at the, what's it called? The big convention center.
You're right, I've also done that. Never mind, I've done a few.
Yeah.
And,
you know, you get so excited because at least with America's Got Talent and the first Sing-Offs, they have you, like, sign your life away, like 40 different pages of stuff. You're like, sweet, I'm going to the next round, and then they don't even call you.
Yeah, and it was weird because the America's Got Talent, we did it one year at the convention center, and then I think it was the very next year, they had folks that they special invited. We got a special reserved time, and nothing ever happened because of it. But it was just kind of like, oh, maybe we're on the radar or something.
We got a reserved time.
It's just a bunch of people doing their due diligence, I'm sure.
The one guy the one time that we tried out for America's Got Talent, did you ever see the Tron guy?
No.
So he ended up getting on television, but he was the only guy that we saw at this audition.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was kind of like a little chubby, had this mustache, and he had made his own Tron suit. And it was so funny.
That sounds awesome.
It was really funny, and he ended up getting on TV.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, that's my America's Got Talent story.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
I always thought about dressing in the Cupid outfit and going to American Idol auditions just to try and get on TV.
You would have, for sure.
I never did it.
They're always looking for stuff like that.
I know. I was like, well, maybe if I just go and be super goofy, I'll maybe have a chance.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, you have to have a story, or the Sing-Off. We didn't get on until the 4th season, and we had never had Tim on there or Austin the previous times where we had auditioned.
Yeah,
and so we had a freak in Tim. He did one of his like crazy low notes, and everybody was like, "Who is this?
Yeah, what's happening?" I'm intrigued.
So we didn't have like a fun story really, but we had a freak. So they got us to the next deal, and we did the country thing.
Yeah, which
that
kind
of set us apart a little bit because we were just doing trying out with regular pop tunes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
very cool.
Do we have any more questions, guys? And we still don't know who the fourth person is.
Wow.
And we're so curious.
Very curious.
Is there a way to do one of these?
I think so. I clicked on it and I couldn't tell. Nothing popped up, which is weird.
Top chat? No. That?
What's that do? Oh, participants.
Angie Turner! There she is!
We did it!
Woo!
Angie,
there you are, Angie.
We answered a couple of your questions, but if you want to ask them again, just in case you don't get to see this.
While you're thinking of it, I got a new shirt for Christmas. I was excited about it. It's the Braidwood Inn, the softest pillows in town. Now, this is a movie reference, you guys, and it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I'm going to get, I think I know what it is then, but I wouldn't have got it.
Let's see. I'm going to wait to see if you guys can figure out what it's from.
And while we're playing that game, can you guys guess what mine is from?
I know what it is. I know what it is.
The name is spelled incorrectly for the pun, but...
Oh, you asked about the collaboration with Buggs.
That's a good question, Angie. You should really talk them into it.
We said possibly. We are currently trying to get names bigger than ourselves.
And I'm bigger than them, but not my name.
No, we couldn't. So maybe, possibly, if the right thing comes up, certainly it would be fun.
I think it would be more likely that you guys would sing on something like that I would release or something.
Yeah, we'd definitely do that.
You know what I mean? Then you would release something I'm specifically on.
Right. But Buggs has done a bunch of stuff with us, at least on stage and also in music videos. If you guys saw the Butts remix, he is hilarious in that. He was in Honey, I'm Good, I remember. What else have you been in? You've been in a few.
There's been a few.
Yeah.
I also subbed with the group way back in the day.
And he, subbed with the group when we were on the Sing Off.
No,
he
even
didn't do
before that.
Yeah.
No, because I was in the Med when you guys were on the show.
That's right.
The Mediterranean.
Yeah, you were.
No, I did a VFW gig with you guys where I covered for Adam.
Yes.
So I didn't even sing. I beatboxed, and it was not great, but I did my best.
It was awesome.
It was super short notice, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Love those vids.
Marsha
got it. Woo!
Now, what's mine from? Come on, guys. I believe in you. You can get it.
I'm pretty sure it's The Happening.
Nope, it's Prefontaine.
Prefontaine.
What was the name of that movie?
Prefontaine.
That was it?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I'm pretty sure. And I never saw it. Forrest Gump! Forrest Gump! That's too easy.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is too easy.
He's too easy.
It's really true. Kindness will get you everywhere with me.
Yep.
Everywhere.
I'm so glad we got this figured out, you guys.
Yeah, this is working okay. Do you guys feel good about how this works now that we learned how to do it well and everything?
And I will take full responsibility on that. I did not do it right. I started up on YouTube Live, but then it turned into a Google Hangout. So
I believe he did it right. I think something just went wrong. So
I do know
it's not his fault.
Happened. But thankfully we got the smarter one here. It all worked out.
Well, I'm here for my brains and my beauty.
Both things equally. Can you guys throw us some more questions? Because we got 7 more minutes here.
Can I...
Love Buggs' cricket. He's got such a good cricket. Hey, you did collaborate with us. He did that. Right. He did that on...
I'm on their first album.
What was it? What was it on?
It was
the Zac Brown one?
Zac Brown, yeah. Good Lord, what was that song?
I'm totally blanking on it.
I just need to look at the title. What was that first album called?
It was called Crazy Life.
Crazy Life.
I know it was a Zac Brown band song.
Yep.
And I sang lead on it.
Yep. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Oh, no. Shut up.
That's not that.
I know it's not that. I was trying to go to the album
playlist. Jump right in.
Jump right in. You can jump right in.
There it is. We figured it out.
Let the music go your way. I actually really like that song.
So did I. We performed that one a lot on the old stage. Smart and sexy, great combo, Angie. Good call.
Angie, you have great taste.
We will now look forward to future Q&As now that you've got it figured out. Well,
Thank you.
It's gonna be cool. We're gonna get this all squared away. Well, remember it's YouTube Live and not Google Hangout, and things will be good. But this was pretty easy once it got going.
Yeah, not bad. All right. Any other questions?
We got 5 minutes.
I have to pee really badly. Can I go pee and then
I can take it over.
Take over, Rob. Now's
take it over.
Now's the time to ask questions about me.
You guys, we're in my living room right now. I don't think we've done anything in my living room. It is featured in the music video Spaceship. If you guys saw that, with me and my family, and it was fun. Hughes, I can hear you out here. This guy, he's crazy. Do we have any more questions? I'm just sitting here, literally twiddling my thumbs. Help me. Has anybody been to Memphis, and do they have any barbecue recommendations they want to give me? Think about that. How does Kelsey feel about being in videos? She's all about them. I was a little hesitant about that spaceship video just because it was so personal. But she was like, let's do it. It'll be fun. I was like, okay, it's up to you.
Plus, you'll have that forever, which is cool.
It's like the best keepsake ever.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy with how it turned out. But yeah, she likes it. She was also at the end of Honey, I'm Good, which was fun. And she's been in some other stuff too. I'm forgetting the names of all of our songs.
Yeah, what is the one we were in the bar?
Honey, I'm Good.
That was Honey, I'm Good?
Well,
no, the most recent one. Where Laz and Dirk
yeah. That was Tim's He Looks Good.
Yeah, that one.
Yep, she was definitely in that too. You're right. That was the most recent, probably besides Spaceship.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we did.
That was just this summer, right?
Yeah. We did another one where we went out to Wisconsin to one of Jenica's family members. We were all around a campfire. That was another original song, and I'm blanking on it. Summer in the Country. Boom. Got it. Oh, Donna! You beat me to it.
No, I think Donna told you, and you're being tricky.
Oh, maybe. I swear,
I don't know.
It was like almost the exact same time. So maybe I saw it and yeah.
Yeah.
Donna was all over it.
Yeah, Donna, you don't mess around. I like that.
You don't mess around.
How much of it? Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to see how much of a delay there is. So I'm going to count to a number, and then you guys are going to say we heard it now. But we're going to wait a second to make sure you can hear it. Okay, so this is coming up. Ready? I want you to write now in 3, 2, 1, now.
This only works for sure.
It's like 5. It's not very bad.
Okay,
nice.
That's not too bad. What are we most excited for in 2019? You go first.
I'm super excited to keep singing. We got some really fun stuff planned for the Sound Exchange, and we're really trying to move forward and be more of a create our own ecosystem. So I'm super excited for that, and I'm really excited for this. I'm pumped now that we have sort of the first part over, and we've got some people that are hanging out with us to keep talking about movies and just see a bunch and see how big we can make this thing and get guests on hopefully and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm excited for.
Absolutely. I'm gonna steal that because I'm very excited about this.
Yeah,
I'm so excited that so many people are coming on and on board and are on Patreon and helping us out. It's gonna be awesome. But then just normal stuff. Excited with how Home Free is going these days. We're touring. We're doing some really big things. We're going to be doing this next album, which is going to be exciting. and now we're not on our record label anymore.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to see how that pans out. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff, and then just being a dad and husband and all that stuff, all the family stuff, and yeah.
I'm excited for running around with your kids next summer because they're both going to be in prime running around and having fun
for
territory,
sure.
which is great.
Yeah, Charlie, I think he's going to go straight to walking. I don't think he's going to crawl at all. It just seems like he's going to be up and going.
Let's
quick.
Roll!
Angie, you're coming to Broken Arrow. Right on. Sweet. I'll see you there on Saturday. I didn't know it was Saturday, but now I do, and I'm excited for it.
Oh, hey, babe.
Hey, you guys, here's my puppy.
Where have you been?
I'm surprised that it took her this long because we're sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
And she loves it when people sit on the floor.
I'm getting hit with the
Sorry, she's got
you're good.
Here, check him out. Say hi. Oh, gosh.
Look over
here.
here.
Say hi, baby.
Look. Hey. Oh,
well, this is a good time to head out. I'm sorry that we had the issues in the beginning, but very glad that you four got to check it out.
Yeah.
Puppy! Gotta wait until late March to see my next show. Well, Marcia, it'll be a nice little break. I know you've been to a bunch of shows. It's always good seeing you. And we'll see you in March. But, and Donna's coming to Utah. Right on! Is that the Sandy, Utah one? I think it's in the, what do they call it, amphitheater deal?
Oh, that's cool.
I think, because we did that one not too long ago, and that was fun. No, but I was at that one. Okay, so I don't know where it is then. But all right, well, cool. Groovy guys, we are going to go and record a podcast. Go watch The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, because that is what we're going to do a pod on. And tell all your friends to subscribe to us. Yes, we're fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Bye.